Good morning, Vietnam! Hey, this is not a test. This is rock and roll.
I wake up every morning in a bed that's too small, drive my daughter to a school that's too expensive, and then I go to work to a job for which I get paid too little.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. We can stay up late, swapping manly stories, and in the morning, I'm making waffles.
You're waking up with the Morning App on 90.5 WASU.
Good morning. It is a big day here at the Beasley Media Complex. It is Alumni Takeover Day. Obviously, we are not alumni yet, but we are kicking it off so you all can see.
Fingers crossed.
Hopefully soon, yeah. Hopefully, we'll kick it off so you all can see how inexperienced we are compared to all the veterans that are coming back.
Oh, geez.
But it's going to be a great day here. Listen all day long on 90.5 WASU or WASUradio.com to hear all these, I don't want to call them old timers, but they're veterans. They are veterans of 90.5, and they will be giving us all the wisdom that we need to succeed at the college level. And I'm ready to hear it. Last year was fun. Last year they all came in, made fun of, all of us for what we did. Like, wow, look at all this new technology.
Oh, dude, that's got to be so weird.
Back in my day.
We didn't have digital things to edit all this music. But they're not that old.
No, they honestly are.
It would be even better if
Some
they
are
were.
from like the thousands, I think. So.
Oh, yeah. No, I believe it. But then you also have us, and when we have a new class of DJs coming into the station, we call them baby DJs.
Yeah,
so we're really no
right.
better than ourselves now. But
Truly.
Either way, it's going to be a great day. Tune in all day long. But we're going to get to the nerdy part of our show. And first, before we get into the new X-Men trailer dropping, I went and saw A Quiet Place last night.
What did you think?
I think it was an incredible movie. I think it was absolutely incredible. But I did not know what to expect going into it.
Yeah.
And I did not know I was supposed to be quiet the entire movie.
Oh, were you talking?
No, I was not talking. But I did not know I was supposed to be quiet. And eventually, like, I sit down thinking, like, it's just going to be a regular movie. And then the first scene, it's completely quiet. And I'm like, oh, boy, I was not ready to just sit here in silence. Because I also brought in a milkshake.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that's got to be really annoying.
Yeah, so I was slowly sipping it, and at the worst parts, when it gets really quiet, I would like get to the bottom, and it just, I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I've been a little sick lately, so I had a little, phlegm and cough going on, and I was dying in the theater. I just kept trying to silently do it, and my girlfriend Lizzie kept looking over at me and making the worst faces, and all I could think about during the entire movie was, this is how she's going to break up with me. This is it, because I was the loudest person in there, coughing and trying not to choke on everything.
Oh, my gosh. So if for those of you who don't know what is it The Quiet Place or A Quiet Place? A Quiet Place is a movie. It's kind of like a thriller. It's about it's some point in the future where it's like post-apocalyptic. There's like a monster that hunts people
I think
for
there's
making
multiple
sound.
of them, aren't there?
Oh, there's like three
there's
or
a
four
couple
or more. Yeah.
Right, there's a couple of them. And the only people that have learned to survive are the people that don't make any noise. Like, they've learned to just live in complete silence. They walk barefooted. And so it just pretty much, the whole story is about this family that uses sign language to communicate to each other, and just their whole kind of experience.
Because the daughter was deaf, wasn't she?
Yeah, so they already knew how to do it. And dude, I that would be hilarious to be there with you watching that movie, because it is really intense when you try to watch it and you feel like you can't make any noise either because of how, it's a thriller. You don't want to make any noise.
Yeah. It was also nice though, because I watched it when it like came out. I don't remember. I watched it at home though with my dad, I think. And so it was nice though, since it was quiet, you could kind of talk over it, be like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen here, instead of, because I really like to talk during movies.
Yeah.
Because, just like have a conversation, it makes it a little more social.
It's true.
And so you can be like, oh, I wonder if they're going to do this. Like you start having theories.
This one you can't.
Morgan and I would watch
No,
and be
well,
like,
this
wow.
one you could, because there wasn't any dialogue. You could pay attention and not miss anything. Because most of the time I talk over the dialogue a little bit, and I'm like, wait a second, I missed something, go back.
True.
But not in the theater. You really can't.
No, but I was saying that I watched it at home, though, so it was like a little, it was actually nice.
Morgan and I would be watching, and we'd be like, oh, she's such a strong mother. She's just such a, wow, what a good dad. Oh my gosh, just constantly. But we would still be whispering, right? We'd be at home watching it.
Oh, yeah. But you still feel the need to be quiet.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because me and my girlfriend were trying to basically use sign language in there to explain everything throughout the movie, and we couldn't understand each other, which also just made it frustrating. But I had to talk the entire time. I just wanted to cough. I wanted to drink my milkshake. So during the loudest parts, there's like a waterfall scene where it gets loud in there. I'm coughing. I'm drinking. I'm just trying to like get everything out before it gets quiet.
Yeah.
Exactly. But it was a great movie. I think it's playing here on campus, IG Greer, the next 2 days, Friday night,
Cool.
7 and 9.
It's really good.
30.
It's one of my favorite movies
Saturday.
by far. It came out this year, earlier this year, maybe.
Yeah.
It should win some stuff,
Yeah,
I would think.
It's got the guy from The Office,
John Krasinski. And Emily Blunt. Who are, I think, they're married, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's his wife, yeah.
And so they have really good chemistry throughout the film. They definitely feel like a family.
It?
Yeah, he
He
did.
wrote it and directed it, yes.
It's his movie,
That's
so
wild.
it's really good.
Yeah, no, go check it out. IG Greer today and tomorrow, 7 to 9:30, and then also I think it's like a matinee tomorrow, but not entirely sure. Just go watch it. IG Greer, $2, fantastic. But moving on, the X-Men Dark Phoenix trailer just dropped yesterday. Like I said, it would here on the show, you know.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no, self-plug. But I enjoyed it. I think fans had a mixed reaction to it because they're afraid that they're going to get the exact same thing from X-Men Last Stand, which was the old X-Men movie that tried to do the Dark Phoenix storyline.
Oh, okay.
So I think fans are worried about that, and it looks to be along the same lines. I don't know how it's going to be different based off of the trailer, other than different characters, different motives maybe, but it looks to be the same storyline of Last Stand.
Okay, so I really don't understand. I watched the trailer, but I missed the past few X-Men movies. So is she like a villain or
you might know this more than I know that she is one of the X-Men.
Yes.
The Phoenix is
Jean Grey is an X-Men with the telekinetic, telepathic powers that Charles Xavier has, if not even more powerful. She's along the same lines, but she has this alter ego, these dark powers inside of her, which they call the Phoenix, the Dark Phoenix. And part of the first storyline with X-Men The Last Stand was she let the evil kind of come out, and the Dark Phoenix kind of took over Jean Grey. It's like she's split
but it's
almost
it's
in a way.
huge force, whatever it is. It's one of the biggest threats in like most of the Marvel comics, you know.
Well, it took in the last movie that you didn't watch, X-Men Apocalypse. Apocalypse was the first X-Men ever, first mutant ever.
Yeah.
Mutant ever, not X-Men. And he was the villain, and the Phoenix basically took him out pretty much single-handedly just with that power.
Okay.
So in this movie, once again, that evil has been suppressed by Xavier, it looks like. In the trailer, he's kind of hidden it from her, that power, that untapped potential, and it kind of just breaking through because she's confused, she's scared, she's angry, and it's breaking through, and it's going to transform her into the Phoenix, which is someone evil.
See, the only thing that made me a little bit upset is that I know that Marvel owns the rights, right?
Yes. Well, I think it's going through still.
Going? Oh,
that's what I don't know.
Okay. See, yeah, I think that's what happened. I watched the trailer and I was like, I really want the X-Men in the MCU. I wanted them to be kind of revamped and put into the Marvel Cinematic Universe and finally have them a part of that. I don't want them to be separated like this. And I think that if they do the Dark Phoenix storyline, it looks like they're going to do a whole nother set of X-Men movies, and that might take longer for that to happen. But I don't know. Maybe they'll put them together in the future. You never really know what to expect. But I've never seen the first original 3 X-Men, so in a way, for me, this is kind of new. You know, like I'm not going to be the person that's like, it's too similar to the Last Stand, because I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, no, Last Stand and the one before it, I can't remember what the second X-Men movie is called, were not very good.
First Class?
No, that was after. That was kind of the reboot that they started doing.
Okay.
I saw everything from First Class after.
You haven't seen Apocalypse.
I haven't seen Apocalypse.
Yeah.
That's the only one I haven't seen. So, but that was the last one, right? So I haven't seen that one, and then Dark Phoenix. I'll probably have to catch up.
Yeah, basically in the X-Men franchise, they did X-Men 1, 2, and 3. 2 and 3 were hated. Then they did the First Class one, which was going back in time to when they were young. Then they did Days of Futures Past, which basically rebooted everything and threw out X-Men 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, I remember being in the audience and everybody gasped when that happened. Once they realized that's basically
they went back in time and changed things.
Yeah, kind of like how the new Star Trek movies did that.
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
In a way, they went back in time, so that way Spock was like, everything is now alternate. It's separate from the show.
Yeah,
everything that happened in there.
It's very confusing, and I'm reading because you mentioned the whole Marvel thing. Right now, a lot of fans are wondering why Fox is going forward with this movie, Dark Phoenix, and then New Mutants, which is coming out in next year. You know, New Mutants is coming out. It's more like a horror X-Men type movie. But that's also coming out. Gambit has a script ready to go with Channing Tatum. That one's going to come out as well. But I think they're just waiting for the Marvel deal to officially go through, but Fox isn't going to slow down until it goes through.
That makes sense. I mean, that makes sense. Yeah, you wouldn't want to stop because they do a good job with them. I think they're all really good movies.
Yeah, I think fans are just giving it more and more criticism because of how they've seen everything else go. So it's not that they aren't good movies. I think fans just expect way too much right now.
Yeah.
And that's why, because I liked Apocalypse. Everyone hated it. I liked it. I thought it was a good movie.
Well.
But I guess we will see how that goes. But on the other side of the break, we're going to continue talking some other TV shows as well and get to our relationship segment a little bit on. Here's All Star.
And now back to your favorite morning talk show, The Morning App, on 90.5 WASU.
We all do it, and we all are proud. I'm very proud to do it. I am very proud when I binge watch a whole TV show. I love it. I think it's one of the most satisfactory. I'm trying to figure out if it's satisfaction or satisfactory.
See, I'm terrible at binge watching things because I get so emotionally invested that like it. I watch like I literally have to stop because I'll watch like 2 episodes and I'm like,
oh man,
oh my gosh, so much has happened. Like I literally can't handle this right now. So then I have to go take. There are some shows I've been able to binge watch, like some of the sitcoms. You know, they're more of like, you know, like you don't have to pay that much attention. But anything that's even remotely dramatic, like I'm all in and I like have to take time. I just can't do it.
I'm the opposite. If I have all that drama, I need to know what happened. I need to get to the ending.
I think I'm leaning. I'm kind of in the middle, but I am also like Katie as well. Like but that's primarily, especially with shows like Game of Thrones, right? Where like just stuff goes down and you just need
to know.
I need.
It's nice though to be able to think about it too.
Yeah, I need to take a bath. I need to have some tea. I need to relax, and then I'm like, okay, it's gonna be all right. And then you watch it, and it's not all right, and then you have to do that same thing again.
But you can think about it as a whole once you finish everything.
But once you've finished everything, though, it all kind of blends together, so you forget parts. I don't know. This is just me personally. Obviously.
No,
like,
yeah.
You know,
I mean,
watch TV how you want to. Like, I'm not gonna.
We all binge differently. I haven't binge watched one in a while. I think the last one I actually binge watched through the night was The Defenders, the Marvel one on Netflix, which was incredible. I highly recommend it. I loved doing that.
I haven't seen any of the Marvel shows.
No, Daredevil is really good.
I've heard good things. I've heard good things about all of them
and
except
Jessica Jones.
Yeah, that just only the Iron Fist. Everybody else is like.
I haven't seen the second season.
It was way better.
It was?
Well, that's good.
Okay.
From what I think it has the biggest jump in Rotten Tomato score in the history of any show.
Oh,
yeah, which isn't saying much considering Iron Fist was way down there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because it was good. I watched Iron Fist, but it was just so slow.
Was it boring?
Just kind of like, okay.
Oh gosh,
like,
yeah, I can't do that.
You kind of had to force yourself to watch it because you know, like. With those shows, you have to watch all of them in order, because it all goes sequentially. You know, if you miss something from one show and then try to start, you know, like the second season of, or there's actually the 3rd season of Daredevil's coming out soon. So, like, I'm trying to catch up right now. Yeah.
October 19th. Cannot wait.
But yeah, I need to finish Luke Cage first and then Iron Fist. I'm a little behind.
So when you binge watch something, do you do it for an entire, like, just try to knock out a whole season, or do you do it like 5 episodes at a time?
If I'm binge watching, I prefer to do it the entire time. Like, just keep going, don't stop. I know that takes a lot of your day, but I want to do that. I have not gotten to do it in a while. Usually I have to watch like one episode and stop and be frustrated that I don't get to watch the rest and then just move on. But if I'm going to binge watch, I want to watch it all. No breaks, no nothing. But that's also how
That's stamina.
That's how I am in my work, too. I just got to get it done.
That's
I just
crazy.
can't take any breaks.
I understand that. I understand that. Because, see, it depends on knowing how long it is, too, kind of influences whether or not I want to have that goal, right, to get it all done. If I know there's only one season, I'm like, let's just knock this whole season out. But if it's, you know, like 5 seasons and I'm starting on episode 1, I'll definitely take my time.
Yeah.
And
that
then
makes sense.
If you're watching with someone as well, because what if I was binge watching a show with you, Katie, I would want to get it done, and you'd be like, I got to take a break,
Well,
I got to talk about it, I got to pause.
That's usually the only time I will binge watch things, is because it's really hard to, you know, get your schedules coordinated if you're watching it with someone else. Then, like, I'm fine with watching multiple episodes at a time, but most of the time, like, I don't know, you just kind of have to. It's like a 50-50. Like, I'll watch, like, a bunch of episodes, but I'm like, okay, we really, really need a break because I can't do this anymore.
Yeah. I mean...
I don't know.
See, and we could watch several episodes together, Katie, but then I'd tell you to keep going. I'd push you. I can show you your true potential to be a binge watcher. I really can.
Do it. Watch it.
Gosh.
Let the binge flow through you.
What was that?
I don't know. What was the Emperor from Star Wars?
Oh, yeah, Emperor Palpatine.
Palpatine? Like, he
Is
just
it
makes juice?
I always say
Palpatine.
Palpatine? I don't know. I always said Palpatine.
I don't know.
I really don't know.
Palpatine, like orange juice.
It's Star Wars.
Pulp. Well, that's pulp. I go pulp.
It's a lot easier for me to actually binge watch competitive reality TV shows more than anything. Like, Like I said, I watched this one called Skin Wars, which is about body painters.
Oh,
Super
yeah,
weird, but
yeah.
Morgan and I love watching that one. It's just like, we want to see who's next. You know, we want to see the next art and stuff like that. But
yeah.
the emotional stuff,
Yeah.
I need a minute. You know?
All the drama.
Yeah, all the drama. Yeah, I'm just like, ugh.
Same with the cooking shows or the baking shows. All those, they all have the
Yeah.
drama as well,
Yeah.
like
That's
Cupcake
true.
Wars. Yeah, Cupcake Wars, pretty big deal. And you have all of them just like, I cannot believe her cupcake had sprinkles on them.
Yeah, I know. They're building like computers in their cupcakes. Like they're just the craziest cupcakes you ever seen in your life.
Which, who would have thought? You would think you just have a regular cupcake, and if it goes beyond that, I think it's like a cake actually. But I guess if it looks like a cupcake, it's still a cupcake despite the size. But what's your favorite TV show to binge watch right now?
Westworld.
I heard that was
Doing
amazing.
that.
I haven't watched it.
It's hard to binge just because you do have to kind of even rewatch episodes sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, because there's a lot going on, but it's a really good show. It's a Western. It's like, imagine if a Black Mirror episode was an entire show on its own. That's what Westworld is. And it's really good. If
Yeah.
you like cowboys, you like sci-fi, Westworld's for you.
I've seen parts of it, and it looks really good, and it's on my list. I just have a long list that hopefully, if I ever get unemployed, crossing my fingers, for
Yeah.
that I'll just watch them all.
Yeah, you'll need time. Save it for the winter.
Okay.
Spring semester.
Katie?
I've always loved Parks and Rec. Like that's the
Okay.
one show that I'll rewatch and just like watch a ton of episodes.
Okay.
It's like classic.
I've never seen it. I've seen very few episodes, like not never, but I've seen like the first one.
Yeah.
It's just, it takes a little bit to get into.
Yeah.
But
No, the first season is kind of garbage, but after that, it gets pretty good.
yeah, I guess same with The Office, but I don't know. I like Friends. I like The Office. I like Brooklyn Nine-Nine. So, I mean, I'm all for all of them. But keeping with the 90s rock theme here today, we have Blur on the morning app.
on 90.5 WASU and WASUradio.com.
They are in the building. We have several alumni or alumnus. I don't know what you call it. I don't know if there's a word for it. I always get confused.
Alumni?
What? Hold on, what? No.
Still spelled like alumni. I don't know.
But they are here in studio. We will get them on a little bit later in the show here on the morning app. But first, we have a very interesting story that when I read it, I didn't even know how this is possible. But Katie, what happened with a seal, a kayaker, and an octopus?
So there's this video that's been floating around, and it's hilarious to watch. I would highly recommend viewing it. But it's this guy's kayaking, right? And someone was just filming like him, just kayaking along.
As one does.
Yeah, And so then a seal threw and came out of the water and threw an octopus in this guy's face, like the kayaker's face, like a whole octopus. And so and it literally slapped him in the face, kind of. He was caught off guard, but they caught it on video, and it's just wild to watch. But they were, I guess scientists or whatever, whoever studies this thing, they said that the seal was probably trying to eat it, and the octopus, and then was going to jerked his head back to try to tear off one of the limbs, and it just happened to catapult it out of the water into this guy's face. But it's hilarious.
Hey Sam, what did you do when you went to App State this weekend? So I was kayaking, right? And a seal came out of nowhere and slapped me in the face with an octopus.
Now, where are you kayaking at that a seal and an octopus are at? Because I believe they'd be only in the ocean. Are you kayaking in the ocean? That's not something
I don't know.
you think about when you go to the ocean.
Yeah, and where does a seal and I would think it would be like a zoo. I don't know where a seal and an octopus
find each other
in the same ecosystem.
Well, because it'd only be in I'm thinking you're kayaking in a lake or a pond of some sort, not the ocean where you could be surfing or on a boat. I mean, maybe.
I would guess Europe.
Europe, yeah, it's got to be.
It's got to be Europe.
Done.
We're a zoo. Probably a zoo.
Kayaking in a zoo.
So what do you need to look up to find this video? Is it just seal slaps kayaker?
Yep, literally that.
That'll probably do it.
Seal slaps. Yeah, it's literally okay. Yeah, that's how you know Google's listening.
Now, see,
I just wrote in seal and it just came up.
Now, if you grew up with siblings, though, I feel like you'd be used to this. Because out of the blue, if you're just swimming in a pool or on a boat or a kayak and you have your siblings around, you're expecting something to just come flying at your face.
Something to go wrong.
Well, yeah, something gross, something. Yeah. I mean, I always pelted my brothers with anything. You just pop out of the water, hit them, and dive back down. And act like nothing happened.
That's what happens in the video, yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly.
It's basically just a living pool noodle, right?
Yeah.
That's all that an octopus is.
It should be.
It's like 8 pool noodles hitting you in the face.
Maybe the seal is like the equivalent of the monkey in the zoo, because remember how the monkeys are always in the zoo and they always throw their stuff at the kids that go by? Maybe that's how you relate the seal to the monkey. Maybe they're distant cousins. Or they got together at said zoo and started talking about it.
Hey, listen. You know how I do this thing with my poop? You should do it with an octopus.
Oh my gosh.
just find whatever you can, and clearly they did. But it sounds like a funny video. We'll watch it during the break.
Yeah, we had a fun.
We'll get our reaction to it on the other side. But sticking with the rock theme here, we have All the Small Things, Blink 182.
And now back to the morning app on 90.5 WASU.
It is coming up on Halloween, and believe it or not, if you are with someone, a significant other, a partner, whoever it may be, you're probably thinking of your Halloween costume already.
That's right. Prepping for that Instagram.
You got to. But especially, at least I know with my girlfriend, we've been talking about it for a while, trying to figure out what we're going to do. We even hung out with a couple last night, and they got in an argument because, well, not even an argument, it was just the girl wanted to be the people from Up. She wanted to go as the old, or she wanted her boyfriend to go as the old man. She wanted to go as Russell, and then they have a dog.
Oh, that's cute.
And the guy wasn't saying anything.
That's an interesting take on it.
Yeah, that is cute.
The guy wasn't saying anything. He was just sitting there, and she's like, "You don't want to do it. You don't want to do it." He's like, "I'm not saying either way. It's too early to talk about it." But
he wants it like the night before is when they plan.
Yeah. But you got to get ready. You got to prepare.
Do you have an idea? Do you have anything that you might consider, something that's like in the top 5, maybe?
We've bounced around. I don't want to give it away. I feel like everyone will take it. We'll have a bunch of the same guys that I'm going to be trying to do. But I wanted to do like Mike Wazowski and his girlfriend with the lizards.
Oh, yeah.
Or the snake for hair. I thought that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
But we also tossed around Progressive, and my girlfriend would be Flo, and I'd be like the cardboard box.
Okay.
From the commercials. But those are just a few that we've tossed around. Do you have any?
I was, 2 Halloweens ago, Morgan and I were, Suicide Squad came out.
Oh.
So you had the new Joker, you had the new Harley Quinn, and we knew that everybody was going to dress up as that duo.
And they did.
So we decided to do the vintage Joker and Harley Quinn. So I got like a tux, a fake flower. She got like the hammer and all that. She had like the perfect retro Harley Quinn outfit.
Did you have the purple tux?
Yeah. And I did the makeup,
like
truly did the makeup. We actually went beeping that night too. As well, like just being like, if you can give us any, information about the Batman, we'll give you a discount or something like that.
Gosh, that's hilarious.
And the year after that, I was growing a mustache, and she's just a beautiful angel. So she was like, "Let me be an angel, and then I'll be a demon or something like that." So that way, I had a really old school devil costume.
Handlebar.
Yeah, handlebar, staff and electric guitar, even maybe, just kind of like the stereotypical dude.
Electric guitar.
Yeah, I'm just writing this new song for AC/DC. I don't know.
I can see you as both of those. Honestly, I think you could be the Joker, obviously in a good way. I think you have the phase.
I'll show you my pictures. I loved that. That was really fun. And we actually had a friend couple that did Cosmo and Wanda from the Fairly Odd Parents, and that was really cool too.
Yeah, that's a great one. I think we had a Halloween party last year. We had a lot of Nickelodeon people. We had Jimmy Neutron. We had Danny Phantom. We had a whole bunch of them. But it's always hard to find that couple outfit because you want to find that perfect one that no one else is going to do, yet that people will recognize and actually know. It's a really hard balance.
Right.
It's really cool, too, if you can get, a group of friends to do, a whole, group. A few years ago, some girls that I know, they dressed up as the Scooby-Doo, gang, all of them. And they even made, a little cardboard, the
Scooby.
The Mystery Machine.
I was trying to think of what it's called. But, yeah, it was really cool. And I think that, the group ones like that just are, always come out so cool because, everyone, is someone else. And,
whoever does the Teen Titans will win.
Oh, yeah.
The Halloween.
Well, we're all big Marvel fans here at WASU. We could go as, the Avengers. I'm just saying. I'd be down. We just got to get a couple people.
Oh, man. I don't know. Can you call dibs on some of the costumes now? What would you be?
1, 2, 3. Captain America. I called it.
Iron Man. I'll just be Iron Man, there
you go.
Just get the little, what are those little things that you press?
The easy buttons?
That light up.
Oh.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you remember those old light up, you press on them and they just light up, and I could just probably put it on my chest to glow out of my shirt?
Yeah.
I mean, I know what you're talking about. I just don't know what it is.
Lights that you put up under your...
I can't, yeah.
It's a light.
I can't remember what it's called.
Spit it out, Angela. Spit it out. Yeah, it's a light. You just press it. It comes on. I know what you're talking about.
It's some kind of light. Yeah, I don't know.
As seen on TV gadget.
Yes, is as seen on TV.
Check out your Dollar General.
Keep it on your stairs or something. Yeah.
No, we can definitely do that. I'm fine with bouncing that idea around the staff. It's better than actually going over everything in the staff meeting. So let's just go with all the costumes and whatnot. But I don't know. If you have any good ideas, post it to our messages at our Facebook page, The Morning App. Hopefully you and your significant other are working on all the ideas because it does take time. If you want to get this costume good, you got to start now. I'm just saying that. Not that I've started at all because we actually haven't. We just talked about it. But I'm telling you, go start on your costume. Go find that perfect partner, girlfriend, boyfriend, couple outfit. And guys, if your girlfriend wants to dress up as something, just go with it.
Yeah.
Please, don't argue. Just let her have it.
No,
Especially,
babe, Call of Duty though.
especially if she's into Halloween. Just let her have her day and dress up with her. But here on the other side of the break, we're going to have some of the alumni on. We're going to talk to them before they officially go on the air here on Alumni Takeover Day.
And now back to your favorite morning talk show, The Morning App on 90.5 WASU.
It is finally time that we all have been waiting for. The alumni are here in studio, and we will be talking to them. We're talking with Tammy, Angela, Matt, and Eric, and you all graduated back in
94 and 95.
94 and 95. Well, I guess first question to all of you.
Actually, I have a comment about the Seal video.
Oh, my
I have it
goodness.
on pretty good authority that is the plot of the next Finding Nemo movie, is the Seal.
That's interesting.
The octopus in the face.
It was actually really aggressive. We were watching it during the break. I thought it was kind of just like Chuck.
A little nub, and yeah, but it was like.
It looked intentional.
That seal
this
was angry.
Yeah, it was angry. Something happened.
Angry.
Something happened.
He was hangry.
And it wasn't. It wasn't New Zealand as well. Was the area we figured it out?
Yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah.
But going back to our alumni here, has anything changed since you left?
Not a thing.
No, this whole studio is all brand new. So we were at the we were in the third floor of Way Hall in a room in the back, and so yeah. So and there were two production studios, news offices.
Actually, I went back by there, I want to say a year ago or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It looked like a bomb fallout shelter.
Oh, yeah.
It's like we all had abandoned that part of the floor.
and such.
So I haven't changed it all.
No,
Okay.
No, it's all that's art, Eric.
They
That's
spared
the
no
art.
expense.
That's art. So
But I used to look down in the parking lot behind, because I lived off campus. I lived in Brown Heights at one time, and I would park for the 105 extension. Ask for it by name.
Right here.
But I would look down and watch the person going around doing the parking tickets, and I'd go, I gotta go move my car, Tammy, and I'd put on a long song, and I'd just run down there and move behind them, because I was like, I can afford the tickets.
It's all true. It's all true. So yeah, the studio is fantastic. We had a great engineer. His name was Larry Cornelison, who we all dearly loved, and our faculty advisor was Carl Tyree, and he was a big fan of Matt and I's morning show that we did.
Okay.
Yeah.
We did Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Oh, wow.
5 days a week.
That's
3 hours.
That's what Carl Tyree said. Dr. Carl Tyree, he was like, why?
You
What
are
doing?
insane.
Yeah. And some mornings when I was walking from the 105 extension to the studio, I was like, why? Oh my gosh, why am I doing this?
Makes sense.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
We've
we did it.
bounced that idea around before to do a morning show 6 to 9 a.m. here, but we just haven't.
Well, I have to say, it was, being on that with Matt and having people come in and do specialty shows and stuff, the format was really different back then, too. And so I just really liked the experience of it. And to have that for the 6 months that Matt and I did it was pretty amazing, actually. It was really fun.
Yeah.
What did your morning show consist of, if you know a little bit more? I mean, what type of topics did you have? Was it more news? Was it more fun? Was it just
It's
everything?
much more fun. Music
Very
and fun.
loose, a lot of music.
General hilarity, witty banter. We would
Bad
play a lot of
impressions,
bad impressions, fake commercials.
People come
We
in
did a
to
lot
read
of
the news,
we
too,
did.
so
we would,
we
and we
have
would
fake
have
commercials.
friends of ours who did bad impressions also come in and do things. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had shows where we would do a top 10 list, and we did one once that was the top 10 good, great, and delicious things about the Appalachian, which was the newspaper at the time.
Still is,
And,
actually.
I'm sure. Yeah, that one didn't go over so well. So.
A lot like the East Coast, West Coast rap battles.
It was a little rap battle. So yeah, we would do things like that.
But we had radio, so they couldn't respond till like 3 weeks later.
Exactly.
It was print.
'Cause
So,
we had the perfect venue. So, yeah, exactly.
A terse letter from the editor.
You'll hear from me in a month.
That's right.
Yeah. So we would play a lot of fun songs and just obscure songs, things that we liked and things like that. So which kind of annoyed our program director also. So, but that was okay too, because we were all about that. And then we'd watch Scooby-Doo in the when there was a long song on, we go outside. So y'all said all the great things when you were talking about Scooby-Doo and and stuff like that.
good.
We were like, this is going to be a good day.
We passed the test.
Oh, yeah.
Indeed.
You guys have a great show. It's cool. I was watching it on the Facebook page. the recording, and I was like, this is really neat. So I watched the
cool.
Monday show and one of the other ones, and I was like, wow, this is better than what we were
Yeah,
doing.
you guys have great studio presence, and it's. I mean, from what I've heard about anybody, it's really great.
We got someone to like it.
Finally.
Or listeners.
We said the same thing back then. It's like all 12 of you, please.
Because it's also college.
Joke's on you, Mom. I'm not a total failure.
I think I had that conversation.
Some old guy liked my Facebook page. It's amazing.
Now, did any of you hold any positions here at the station?
Yeah. I was the assistant sports director my junior year, and then sports director my senior year here at the station. So that was kind of my role.
I basically handled the country music show here and the NASCAR programming.
Which was awesome.
Yeah. So
we had specialty shows, so we would get sponsors for the specialty shows, and so each show had their own local sponsor that we could not say anything good, great, or delicious about. So
Do you remember any of the specialty show names that you had?
Caribbean Cafes, Roots of Reggae.
There was Nate the Jazz Man that we make fun of because he had the most horrible promo.
It's like, this is Nate.
What
the
was
jazz
what
man.
was Donna's show though? Because she had
metal show.
she had the best tagline back then. She did the heavy metal show.
Yeah, I
and
did
her
that with
promo
Donna.
that she cut for it was "Keeping It Hard for 6 long."
It was ridiculous.
And it's kind of, and I don't know if you guys
I
would
did not
be allowed to
support
do
that.
that these days. And I was
did
going to
not
bring up
support
if we
that.
had Donna on today at this point in our lives, would it be just a 3-hour show now? Because I don't know that you can.
It's really funny that Donna is still one of my best friends, and I actually did that metal show with her. We would do it Saturday nights, and so we would get called. We would get it's two girls doing a heavy metal radio show, and so we would get all these unbelievable calls from like the Watauga County Correctional Facility and things like that. I was like, hey, can you play some Alice Cooper? Yes, sir, Mr. Sir. Yeah, we can do that. So yeah, it was pretty crazy. We would do a lot of call-in requests and things like that. So
that's cool.
But
You were on staff, right? You were the
I did. I was the production director for 2 years, and then I had taken a semester off earlier in my college career, and so I was going to graduate in December, so I couldn't be the station manager because it was a yearly stipend.
Oh, that's
so Carl Tyree, in his wonderful wisdom, created a sales position. And that's how we got the sponsors for the specialty shows. We decided we could supplement by getting sponsors for the specialty shows. And so that's what I did that last semester in addition to working with Matt on the morning show.
And I did promotions. I was promotions director, and I had done that, and I did everything completely backwards, guys. I went to and interned at a station 95 WROQ in Charlotte while I was going to community college. And I did that for like 3 years. So I came up here a little bit older and transferred in, and completely backwards. I don't know why I did that, but it was so much fun, and still friends with all these goons. So it's it worked out pretty well.
It's all good.
Now, did all of you go into mass communication, broadcasting after college? Because I think we're all, except for Katie. Katie, you're in a different major than we are.
Yeah, I understand that.
Well, it's
yeah.
just communication.
Yeah, I mean, it's close.
Broadcasting.
I did 15 years as a video cameraman at WXII,
the
NBC affiliate, and then took 3 years off and was in the restaurant business. But now I'm back and working for a marketing agency that started out as Frogman Interactive in Winston-Salem, and we merged into a bigger agency that's called Glenn Devins, and I do all the video production for.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I mean, I just got back literally from Salt Lake City.
Last night. He literally got back at 8 o'clock
Going out
last night,
there,
drove up here this morning.
doing virtual tour photography. So yeah, that's the one thing I'm kind of proud of for me is that I actually
continued
to do what I went to school for, because that was very important for me. And it doesn't matter how many people are listening to you right now.
Yeah, 5.
But I mean, we were the same way. You hope people listen, but I can't tell you how important it was once you got out and you would go on job interviews, or even if you would start working, that people in the industry go, well, wait a minute, you got to do that in school? Like,
yeah. And I met a lot of college people.
There's a lot of big universities. You don't have
exactly
this stuff to play with.
I met a lot of people that have graduated from college with the same degree that I have that did not have these facilities, that had never been on the air. And so to have that as a freshman.
Yeah, the just getting all of this experience here is by far, I would always recommend, if somebody wanted to be a broadcasting major of any kind, I'd be like, go to App.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
you'll get a lot of first-hand experience doing what you want to do.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, before
You're still on the.
Yeah, what I did when I left, see, I kind of had a epiphany, I guess you could say. My world has always been NASCAR. That's my family has grown. I mean, my family has been in the sport since I was born. So I was working in communications and here, and when it was time to do my internship, there was not an internship.
Yeah.
Specifically in that field, because at that time marketing really wasn't that big in NASCAR or whatnot. So Doug Rice, I don't know if you recognize that name.
Oh, we have him as one of our back ends for our sports show.
Right.
He's a big contributor.
Yeah. Well, he was then the president of PRN Radio, which is Performance Racing Network. And I called him and said, hey, can I do an internship with you? They created an internship here with Dr. Porterfield and Dr. Cole and said, you go to Charlotte Motor Speedway. Well, so I was like, yeah, this is what I want to work in racing. This is, somewhere radio will tie into it somehow, some way, one day, And, but actually, I probably was out of school 6 months and got hired by Hendrick Motorsports and was there 16 years.
Doing marketing.
And I was marketing, merchandising, museum, whatever. And then I had a child, and I was driving about an hour and a half one way and back every day and didn't want to do that anymore. So I went in the nonprofit sector, and then within the last 2 years, I'm now back on the radio doing NASCAR. Yeah. But it's something I'm sponsoring myself to do. Our mayor in Kings Mountain owns the radio station WGNC out of Gastonia.
I love that the mayor, it's like so Steel Magnolias,
he
right?
runs it from his desk at City Hall.
I've actually seen it, yeah.
But I asked him, I met him at an advisory council. I actually known him for years. And I said, and he remembered me loving NASCAR because I went to work for him a little bit and said, look, when they call, I'm gone.
Yeah.
That's my interview. And I probably didn't work for him 3 months. But anyway, he remembered all that. So I said, can I start a NASCAR show? I said, I miss the sport, and the radio station's like 5 minutes from my house. I mean, I actually could walk to the radio station. And I said, can I? He said, can you get a sponsor? I said, oh, yeah. And I knew the whole time, I'm going to sponsor this show. Oh, yeah, I can get it.
That's what you do.
And so I've been doing NASCAR Thunder, which originated here. NASCAR Thunder started here.
That's true.
And now it's back on the air.
And that's what was great about Angela and then a couple other people that we were friends, like Jason Huddle and his friend Jeff. They had a contemporary Christian show
and got air for it.
And,
we got air for that.
You had these little pockets of hours and that's what college radio. Because I'll be 100% honest, hated the music we played. Absolutely hated it. 90s was a bad time for me. But I wanted to learn how to do the board and everything else, so I would suffer through it and try and figure out. I would have my own wars as a sports director because people that were into the music hated sports. We didn't have groovy relationships, but surprisingly, that's what the whole real world's really about. And you kind of learn from then.
Matt's even taken it a step further, and Matt is now doing a podcast. Which it's called Guardians of the Geekery.
Guardians of the Geekery. We're up to 200, episode 238. Do it with my lovely wife and a couple other friends. It's pretty awesome.
And they talk about geek stuff like Scooby-Doo and Marvel. And
well, that's all we've been talking about.
Halloween costumes.
People like Angela were doing NASCAR. Nobody was going to.
But
she wanted to do it.
Then. They didn't care about country radio either.
Nobody liked
I hate to say it, Angela.
Nobody, because Garth Brooks.
Care about now.
I don't listen. It's not country music anymore. I'm sorry, it's not.
Well, no, I'm talking about NASCAR, but yes, true.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to get the fun back in the sport because I'm telling you, I'm working at Hendrick. I saw the Dale Earnhardt passed away. Boom, gone. Really, it's not that popular anymore.
I just decided to marry well. That's what I did. I did. I married well. But I did a little bit of marketing.
Now, real quickly, before we exit the show and give you guys your hour, I want to ask you one-word answers.
We're on for 2 hours.
Oh
boy.
We do.
That's right.
Here we go.
We pulled our resources. And,
check the receipt.
Well, before we get to
we
that.
Sponsored it.
Before we get back on the air.
Can I get your favorite song from back when you were on the air? It doesn't have to be a song from here, but just a song from back in, I guess, the 90s. Favorite song that you listened to?
Garth Brooks, Shameless.
the one I can always get on the air, which didn't piss anybody off. Sorry, can I say that? I can't remember.
Maybe not. Maybe not, Eric.
Suicide Blonde by NXS.
Oh, yeah, that was cool.
That was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I was a huge Beastie Boys fan, so it was Sabotage for sure. Back in the day.
I did the metal show, so with another girl, and we would do. We'd have so many record reps. It's hard for me to pick out a song, but if I had to, God,
You have to.
I know.
You
I
have to.
realize I'm being put on the spot. I
Yeah.
think I'll say
That was the request.
Pearl Jam was really starting to come out at about that moment, and so when Pearl Jam released 10, and all of those songs are really special to me, and I really like those.
Okay, well, awesome. And your 2 hours are up next here on 90.5 WASU. It is Alumni Takeover, and all 4 of them will be back on the air. We'll be back on Monday here on the Morning App. A big thank you to everyone, and we'll see you Monday.